Coming to you from the Black Goat 39 studios, this is the Guru Talking Sports Podcast, episode 143. Now here's your host, the Guru of Sports. I had to start it off with a little bit of something different this week. You're listening to the sounds of Jay Dillis, Tommy and Kesh, and it's called Kick Ass Beats. What a week this was. So I'll bring this down a little bit more. This is the Guru of Sports, and you're listening to episode 143 of the Guru Talking Sports Podcast. This is actually something I really like. I really like this beat. I really like this sound. And I know I have to bring it down because I have to start talking right now. Hello, sports fans, and welcome. Welcome to episode 143 of the Guru Talking Sports Podcast. I am your host, the Guru of Sports. All right, I just want to say that, you know what, it's been one hell of a week. And I wanted you guys to know that, first of all, I'm coming to you a little bit late because I got back home a little bit late. I was supposed to just go out for yesterday afternoon, and I'll be back yesterday night, Friday night, and I didn't get back until earlier today. And I had to kind of get home, take a nap, and I'm just getting up, and I'm just like really, really kind of out of it. It's been a hell of a week. I mean, from last Saturday all the way up until today, it's been a lot of stuff going on, and I still got a lot of stuff that needs to be taken care of before, the holidays and everything. I was supposed to hook up with the guys on the West Coast for a simulcast, but I didn't get a chance. Like I said, I apologize to them because I was supposed to get with them, and I didn't get a chance to because of, like I said, getting back home late and everything. I had to get this on the road and get it done to make sure that, I get it in. But I'm definitely going to try to hook up with them before the 24th, which is Christmas Eve, and I got some announcements I got to make before the end of the program and end of the podcast, and let you guys know what's going on. I did get a chance to watch the World Cup. I'm going to talk about it in a second. First of all, I'm going to go to something which is now a new staple in the program, and it's called "The Guru is Always Right." Probably next week I'll have I'll have the voice actress lady that actually helped me out with this, and here's a little something telling you guys, and Philadelphia fans, don't be getting mad at me, but like I said, the Guru is always right. Here's a little clip from a prediction I made, and I was right about it. Check this out. Is going into New York to play the Jets. I really like the Jets, and I like what they've done, even though that they sat Zach Wilson, which he should have been sat, and I'm glad that Mike White is getting a start. I'm going with the Jets. They got they're 6-point favorites. Who are you liking that one?
I'm going. Again, I'm not a big Bears fan, because of the rivalry, being in the NFC North. I'm not going. I'm going to go with the fighting Pilates. I'm going with the New York Jets. It should be by 6 because Justin Fields is banged up. Like, he is really hurt. He's out with a separated shoulder. So I don't think he's going to play. He's got 13 touchdowns and 8 interceptions to his Fields. But Zach Wilson needs to. If Zach Wilson is going to be like a really good quarterback in the NFL. No quarterback out of BYU has ever really been a good quarterback. He's got 4 touchdown passes to 5 INTs. He's going to have to step up. But, it's going to be – I think the Jets under Mike White are going to have a different type of energy. So I'll go with the Jets.
Yeah. I think what Robert Saleh did for that locker room was the best thing. And I'm definitely going to go with the Jets. And if they win Tuesday when I go back up to Long Island, I'm going to be wearing my green Sauce Gardner jersey. So I will tell my friends out there right now up in New York, expect to see me with that Sauce Gardner on. All right, Cleveland. And the Guru was right again, like usual. Like I said, I'm always right. The Guru's always right when he makes these picks here. So I just want you guys to know that, hey, another week, the Guru does it again. He's always right. Okay, and the voice that you heard was from my guest last week. I just want to say congratulations to my man Rob in the 3-2-1. His Michigan Wolverines beat my Ohio State Buckeyes. And I'm going to talk about that in a few seconds. But when I made that prediction about the New York Jets, I wanted to let you guys know that I'm on the Jets bandwagon. I like what the Jets are doing. I wanted my guys to know. My man Ted, appreciate you up in Long Island. My man Jason, he's always good dude, always talking to me. And my man Brian up there, up in Long Island, hey, when I go up there, it's always good to see you guys and always good to talk to you guys. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a shout out because, like I said, I know the Jets was going to win that game, so that's not a problem. And I know that when Robert Saleh made the change from Zach Wilson to Mike White, it was the right move because it did help that locker room. And like I said, I want to make sure that I got that out of the way. And thank you for you guys up there. You guys are great, and always enjoy coming up there seeing you guys. I gotta come back up there Monday, but I gotta leave. Like I gotta get in and out because I got Caden Guru's banquet is Monday night, and it's going to be cutting it close, really cutting it close. By the time I get back from Long Island, I got to go get in the car, change into, dress attire for a banquet, and then ride on up to Pennsylvania to be with him. All right, so I wanted to welcome my man Ted. I want to welcome him in because he hasn't heard this podcast before, and I just wanted to make sure that hey, Guru's always right when he makes these picks. So, like I said, I'm going with the Jets again this week. That's a little sneak peek on that. But anyway, World Cup. I did get a chance to watch the World Cup game before I took my nap. And I was really tired because I tried to hang in there because it was just, like I said, a long day, Friday afternoon all the way up until Saturday afternoon. So it was pretty cool. Got a chance to watch the World Cup. The results wasn't what we expected, but you got to look at it this way. U.S. is in the right place. The U.S. is young. They're going to be very, very, very dangerous in 4 years because guess what? We're going to be hosting this World Cup next time, and you gotta look at the positive. The Netherlands is probably one of the best teams in the world that hasn't won a World Cup in a while. So it's the first shot that the United States had to try to put this thing together. They did a really good job. I know that, Greg Berhalter did his best to get these guys motivated. This was the first time that the United States actually was trailing, and the first loss that they actually had in this World Cup. And the Netherlands was pretty strong. Dupre, some of these guys' names, I'm going to probably mess them up. Dupre, he scored at the 10-minute mark. Blind, that's, I guess, what his name, Blind. He scored at the 45-minute mark right before the halftime. And I call him Dumfries. He could be called something else. Dumfries. He scored in the 80th minute. We actually got a goal from Wright in the 75th minute. What I saw in this game this match was, I have to say match because it is a soccer match. The Netherlands really clogged up the middle and the middle of the field, and they just had, the scoring chances were very limited for the USA. And it was just, they played good defense. United States got caught sleeping the couple of times that they gave up a couple of goals. They basically, they played, U.S. needed to play in the Netherlands zone, and they didn't that much. And they failed to clear, and they failed to get back on certain attacks that the Netherlands had. So the other match, today was Argentina beat Australia 2-1. Australia is going to come home with the United States. Argentina moves on. To me, Argentina, France, the Netherlands, and Brazil are the four best teams in this thing. And between the four of them, one of those teams are going to win the World Cup. So, France, always there. Brazil, what can you say about Brazil? Like I said, all four of these teams are very, very powerful and very, very good. And like I said, the coach for the Netherlands, he's been there a long time. We don't really have any worry, or we shouldn't feel bad, because like I was tweeting out and stuff earlier today, these guys are heroes, man. And, I'm just really, really proud of the United States team. And I'm thinking that they're going to be back. And like I said, they're young. They're young, and they're going to be very, very, talented for the next couple of, years. And, we're not there, and this is something that I heard from a lot of the players and everything. We're not there yet. We're definitely not there yet. But we're going to get there. We're going to get there, and we're going to be really, really competitive. And soccer is not a really big thing in the States, but I think after this World Cup run that we had, a good run that we had, should be able to propel soccer in the United States, because most of these guys that played on the United States team, they had to go elsewhere to play because the competition in the United States wasn't that good. So, we'll see what happens. But like I said, from what I see, I really like what I saw. All right. So now I'm going to go to, we usually talk about college football right off the beginning. But like I said, the World Cup is like one of those things that, comes around every 4 years. So now we're going to, we lead off with the World Cup. And I'm definitely going to talk about some college football right now. Okay. First of all, Ohio State. I'm not a sore loser at all. I am not a sore loser. Sports is a good thing. Sports is a great thing. But when you lose, you hold your head up high and you basically congratulate the other side. I have no problem doing that. But my biggest deal with the Ohio State-Michigan game was basically Ohio State played like crap. Excuse the expression. They really played like shit. That was a shit show. And the way they lost was very disturbing. And believe me, I am not the type of person that will sit up here and make excuses for Ohio State. No. There's no excuse. And now they have a chance to basically go back, and maybe we'll find out tomorrow if they actually will make the college football playoff. To tell you the truth, I really don't want to see Ohio State in it, because the game that they were supposed to win, they lost. They got blown out. They looked like holy crap, and Jim Knowles' defense was nowhere to be found. Believe me. I got to give Michigan a lot of credit. And, the thing is that, yeah, I'm supposed to hate Michigan because I'm a, Ohio State guy. But you know what? I look at it this way. Michigan is playing for the Big Ten championship right now. Ohio State is actually sitting at home. And, from what we saw today, Ohio State might be able to make it in. But to tell you the truth, why? Why should they make it in? They had one game to win, one game that they're supposed to win every single year. They failed twice. And Ryan Day wanted to make excuses or whatever and backdoor scenarios. No. They lost and they looked like crap doing it. That defense looked so horrible. I cannot tell you how bad they looked. We all seen it. I seen it. And I was very disturbed by what I saw. These guys play like crap. And you're going to tell me now that, okay, since, TCU lost and USC lost, they can actually be in the college football playoff? Really no way in hell, to tell you the truth. Ohio State has no leg to stand on. And believe me, I would rather just settle for the Rose Bowl. And, Rose Bowl made some news this week, and I'm definitely going to talk about that. I'm like, hey, from what I see, nah, they need to stay away from the college football championship. And basically, just try to figure out how to get some more, recruit some better defensive backs and defensive players to play on this team. That was a problem. That was a problem. That was a big-time problem. And believe me, that was the ugliest thing I've seen. I thought last year when Hassan was running all over these guys, they come back with another guy that I never seen before, and he runs all over them. Nah. No. And you know what? I'm not going to be happy if they do put them back in. Put them back in so they can get smashed by Georgia or get smashed by Michigan again. And I'm an Ohio State fan. I'm sitting up here telling you guys this. Ohio State didn't deserve, I hate that word deserve, but they did not earn the right to go to the playoff. I hate the word deserve. I don't use that word, deserve. The only thing you deserve in this life is an ass kicking. And believe me, Ohio State deserved that ass kicking last week because they looked terrible. You can't sit up here and tell me that Ohio State needs to be in the championship. It cannot. It's no way. Look at what they did. They look terrible. I'm telling you this I'm telling you this, and I'll say it once, and I'll say it again and again, over and over and over. Ohio State looked like crap. And I'm the first one to tell you because I am the biggest Ohio State fan there is. And I'm going to tell you the honest to God truth. I don't want to see them in the championship playoff because I got a feeling that they're going to get blown out once again. And if they get blown out once again, a couple years ago, Dabo Swinney made a comment when Ohio State was they 8-0 and they only played 8 games. It was the COVID season or whatever. But you know what? Dabo put his foot in his mouth, and that's one of the reasons why I really don't like Clemson right now. And I don't like Dabo Swinney. Yeah, he said that they didn't deserve to be there, and they didn't earn the right to be there. But yet and still they turn around and whoop Clemson's butt. But that was the Ohio State from a couple years ago. This team, no. They don't look right. They don't look right, and I'll be the first one to tell you. I'll be the first one to tell you that they don't look right. You can't fool millions of people by telling them that this team should have another chance when we seen what happened. We all watched it. And believe me, I don't want to see it again. I really don't. I don't want to see them boys go out there and get embarrassed the way they did last week. All right, TCU lost in overtime. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to stay. I really hope that they can stay, but it's going to be really close. Georgia blew out LSU, so they're number one, no matter what. 50 to 30 or 50 to 20. I lost money on that anyway. So Michigan right now is up by a point, 14-13, and they're playing Purdue for the Big Ten championship, and it's about maybe a minute and a half, or a minute and 5 seconds left in the first half, second quarter, first half. So I just can't, I'm just going to say this again, that I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed, really embarrassed. But you know what? I am a good sport, and like I said, I made sure. The first thing I did was went on and congratulated Rob and made sure that he, you know, got my congratulations from him. You know, and that's a part of being a sport. You know, it hurt me. It hurt me really bad to see them go out there and play that bad. You know, and like I said, I'm not on the team. I'm a big Ohio State honk fan, but you got to call it like you see it, dog. That team did not look good last week. And now they're sitting home probably thinking, oh, we have a chance to get back in this thing. But then again, if you get back in this thing, play better. Because believe me, I don't want to have to go around and have people, you lost, Ohio State lost again. Oh, they didn't deserve to be there. They didn't earn the right to be there. Nah, you know, I'm gonna be a realist. The guru's gonna be real with you. I cannot, you know, sit here and defend Ohio State and the way they played. I can't do it. I love Ohio State, you know. I can't sit here and make a case for them. I can't. You know, now we got this new, you know, it's been confirmed this week that there is going to be a 12-team playoff in 24. But, you know, my thing is this. This game between Ohio State and Michigan is going to look a lot different because guess what? If Ohio State and Michigan, you know, play that big game at the end of the season, whoever loses, they still got a shot into the playoffs. Let's say like if Michigan's 11-1 or 11-0, Ohio State's 11-0, whoever loses is going to get the booby prize and probably be like the 12th seed or, you know, 8th seed or whatever. I really like to see how they're going to figure out these seeds and everything. I understand that, you know, hey, the lowest conference or conference champion is probably going to get the 12th seed or whatever. But you know what? I'm really, really conflicted about how they picked this because I really think that they should have put in play a 8-team playoff or leave it at 4. I like it at 4 because like now we have a lot of debates on who's going to get in that 4th or 3rd or 4th spot. Could it be Ohio State? Could it be Alabama? Could it be, you know, TCU could stay? USC is out. So you got, you know, maybe they might say that the Pac or the Big 12 champion, Kansas State might get up there. You never know. All right, so it's been confirmed that, you know, there's a 12-team playoff coming. So the Rose Bowl is, you know, was making a whole lot of stink about, you know, getting in. But now, you know, since all this money is floating around and, you know, you got 12 teams that's going to go to a playoff now, you know, the Rose Bowl is going to be a part of the championship. I really, you know, like I said, I've been to the Rose Bowl. I've been to a Rose Bowl game. I went and seen Penn State and Oregon some years back when Kenjada Carter and Kerry Collins was on the team. You know, that was years and years ago. But anyway, I just think that it's going to be a diminished product when we go to 12 teams. I just like 4. 4 is pretty cool. Everybody, you got all these teams fighting now to make those 4 spots. I think it's rare to get into the college football playoff. So at halftime, Clemson is beating North Carolina for the ACC championship, 24-10. And like I said, at halftime, you got Michigan 14-13 over Purdue, and that's that for right now. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and take a break here. I'll come back with news and notes, and we got a couple people that we got to recognize. They passed away this week. You guys take care, and hold on a second. We're not going anywhere, but I wanted to go to my first break, and I wanted to bring in the one and only voice actress lady. You guys stick around. We'll be right back right after this.
You're listening to the Guru Talking Sports Podcast.
Welcome back to the Guru Talking Sports Podcast. This is episode 143. Few things I wanted to mention before I go back into podcast and talking. Remember a couple weeks ago, I told you about the little dog that we had. I went up to New York or something like that, and I got back, and when I left, it was 2 dogs in here, and then next thing you know, it was 3 dogs. Well, we gave that. There was a lady that wanted to take. Her name is Lily. We don't know how old she is. We don't know, because like I said, she was just. They found her walking around, and then next thing you know, they brought her here, and we basically are type of people that will take in small dogs and everything, and try to keep them and make sure that they're okay. But we gave her to this other lady, and she has a brand new home. Kind of miss her because she was kind of sweet, just really kind of timid and just really sweet little doggy. But I hope she's okay. I pray for her every day. So I just want you guys to know that Lily has a new home, and like I said, I pray for her, and I hope that she is okay. I'm gonna try to go see her one day when I get a chance. I should bring up some of these notes that I had to mention. Also, because the 31st, and this day is the 1st, so 1, 2, 3, 4. In about 3 or 4 more weeks, it's going to be Christmas, and then next thing you know, it's going to be New Year's Eve. So I'm going to do the New Year's Eve show on the 31st. That will be actually the year in review. I'm still trying to work on the year in review because there's a lot of stuff that I want to try to pack into that episode. And 24th, I'm actually going to do the Christmas thing with that damn fool is coming back, the Guru Claus. He'll be back in here. He'll be hosting the show on the 24th. And if you guys never heard of Guru Claus before, he's a mess. And he'll definitely be in for a good surprise there. The Guru Claus will be in here on the 24th. Also, I wanted to say, God, it's kind of cold in here. I don't know what, I ain't got no heat back here. And I'm definitely going to try to find some heat. Okay, 2 people I definitely want to mention passed away this week. And the first one was John Hadle. John Hadle played for Green Bay, played for let's see, what team did he play for? He played for Green Bay. He played for the Rams. He played for the Houston Oilers, and he played for the San Diego Chargers. Played for the San Diego Chargers from 62 to 72. Rams 73 to 74. Packers 74 to 75. Houston Oilers 76 and 77. He actually was a quarterbacks coach for Kansas City, the Chiefs, offensive coordinator for the Rams in 82, and Denver Broncos offensive assistant in 83. John Hadle, if you remember, he was the first quarterback I can remember that wore the number 21. And he was went to the University of Kansas, and he played in the University of Kansas. And I think he actually played on the same team with Gale Sayers. But he passed away on the 30th of November. And he was actually from Kansas. Like I said, he was the first quarterback I can remember that wore the number 21. And I thought it was kind of cool to wear number 21 a while back. But, I actually kind of gravitated to the number 39 because of a couple different reasons. Anyway, rest in peace, John Hadle. The other person I wanted to mention was Gaylord Perry. Now, Gaylord Perry was a character, big time character. But the thing about Gaylord Perry is that he was I think he was like the first guy that we all knew that actually doctored the ball. I mean, anything from Grecian Formula 16 to saliva or sweat. I mean, he would doctor grease. You never know. He had a little, he would always do a little bit of touching the back of his ear. Maybe he had Vicks Vapor Rub or something on the back of his ear, and he'd throw pitches and everything. Gaylord Perry was 84 years old. And now listen to this. His teams, he played for the San Francisco Giants, 62 to 71. Cleveland Indians, 72 to 75. Texas Rangers, 75-77. San Diego Padres, 78 and 79. Back to the Rangers, 1980. He also played with the Yankees in 1980. He played with the Atlanta Braves in 1981. Seattle Mariners, 82 and 83. Kansas City Royals in 83, and I guess that's when he retired. He was a member of the Hall of Fame, and his brother Jim Perry also played in the major leagues. He got 77% of the vote when he was elected in 1991. Five-time All-Star, two-time Cy Young winner. And I think he won the Cy Young in Cleveland, and he won the Cy Young in San Diego as a Padre. He was a wins leader 3 times in the majors. Pitched a no-hitter back in 1968. San Francisco retired his jersey number 36, and I always remember that was like one of the most famous numbers in baseball history. San Francisco Wall of Fame, and he's in the Cleveland Guardians Hall of Fame. So rest in peace to Gaylord Perry. Really, really good, interesting story about him is that, like I said, he would doctor the ball with everything, and he actually was a really, really good player, really good pitcher. 314 wins, 3,534 strikeouts, and an earned run average of 3.11. Like I said, he was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1991. 5 All-Star appearances, 2 Cy Youngs. Great player. Remember seeing him play a couple times. And he was from Gaffey, South Carolina. And like I said, his brother Jim Perry played also. It was one of those situations where you had 2 good siblings. And he was, I think his brother was a pretty good player as well. And I'm not sure. I don't think he's in the Hall of Fame, but I think he was definitely a good player. All right, so we got that. And I wanted to mention also that news and notes, like I said, the NHL is going pretty good. Flyers lost to the New Jersey Devils again. So basketball has been going pretty good. I've been watching most of the games. I'm able to catch all the Nets games now, which is pretty cool. Laker games are they won 2 in a row, so unfortunately, they're still a ways away from being where they're supposed to be. I did watch this Dallas and New York Knicks game earlier today when I got a chance before I went to sleep. So wanted to mention that. Other than that, like I said, the committee will be getting together for the college football selection or whoever. College basketball has been pretty good. Houston jumped up to the number 1 spot, which was the first time in 40 years. First time in 40 years. Back in 1982, they were pretty popular with Clyde the Glide Drexler and Hakeem Olajuwon. So, college basketball is in full swing. Excuse me. Xavier's been playing pretty good. I love, I don't know, I got like a lot of teams in college basketball. I love Syracuse. Love Rutgers. I love Maryland. Georgetown. See, that's the thing. It's so many teams. You got 64 teams, 64 teams that's going to make the tournament. So, or actually 68, Maryland's number 22, and they beat Illinois 71-66. Maryland's not that bad. Maryland might be one of those sneaky teams. That was yesterday. They beat them yesterday. So, like I mentioned, the usual suspects like Duke, North Carolina, Kansas, they're going to be there. But like I said, we're really, really early in the season. Houston, like I said, Cougars are number 1 right now for now. So, that's all subject to change. And like I said, Rutgers upset Indiana, number 10 ranked in Indiana, 63-48 today. So, like I said, we got, full swing with college men and women basketball, like I said, I just built more or less, I keep an eye on this stuff because like I always explain to you guys, the NFL and right now college football is consuming up a lot of stuff. But when I get some time, when football season is not in, that goes basically to the back burner because, more or less, I usually talk all sports. And I want to make sure that I get in all sports because, this time of the year, football is consuming everything. Football. I can't, I like all sports. And that's one of the things that you'll get from me is that the guru knows, all sports. And not just, all straight NFL, all straight college football. We want to make sure we have some kind of variety and make sure that you guys are interested and listening to what we got to put out here. All right. think I got everything on news and notes. And like I said, Clemson is still leading at the half. Michigan is still, doing their thing. And, like I said, I'm not a sore loser. I just make sure that, if I always have this philosophy. If you lose, you congratulate the winner and you move forward. And you figure out a way to beat them the next time, So I just hope that Ohio State is not setting up for another exposure on national television. All right, so we're going to go to halftime right now. And like I said, always when it comes to this podcast, we always have our voice actress lady. And here she is right now. We appreciate her. And she's going to take us to our next break. Stick with us. We'll be right back. This is episode 143 of the Guru Talking Sports podcast. And we're going to go to the second half right after this. Hold on.
You're listening to the Guru Talking Sports podcast.
Hey guys, welcome back. Episode 143 of the Guru Talking Sports podcast. And without further ado, I'm going to go right to the poo-poo of the week. Take it away, voice actress lady.
Phew-wee. What's that smell?
That's the poo-poo of the week. Actually, that smell is the poo-poo of the week. What I want to do is play a little cut for you. And I think that you guys probably can figure out who the poo-poo of the week is after you hear this cut. Take it away. Here's the cut.
First of all, you say you support the Iranian people, but you're pronouncing our country's name wrong. Our country is named Iran, not Iran. Please, once and for all, let's get this clear. Second of all, are you okay to be representing a country that has so much discrimination against black people in its own borders?
My apologies on the mispronunciation of your country. That being said, there's discrimination everywhere you go. One thing that I've learned, especially from living abroad in the past years and having to fit in different cultures and kind of assimilate into different cultures, is that in the U.S. we're continuing to make progress every single day. Like you just educated me now on the pronunciation of your country. So, it's a process. I think as long as you see progress, that's the most important thing.
First of all,
I think that Tyler Adams handled that very, very professionally and eloquently. And I think that the poo-poo of the week has to go to the Iranian reporter. Because, dude, you're an ass. You try to spin this into a big deal. And you try to make this into a racial thing. The atrocities that you guys do in your country has nothing to do with what's going on in this country. I'm not here for politics. I am not going to call. There's one thing that I don't do on this podcast. I don't talk religion and I don't talk politics. But the thing about it is that I think that Tyler Adams is right. He had to educate and deal with all these things. Making progress every day in this country, but yet and still, he took it, tried to make it, the reporter tried to make it into a big deal. And for that, the reporter is the poo-poo of the week because can't compare to what's going on in your country. And to tell you the truth, like I said, I'm not a politician. Don't like politics. And you know what? Don't talk politics at all. But like I said, I got to give the victory cigar to Tyler Adams, and I got to get a poo-poo of the week to that reporter. So, much said on that. All right, the next thing I wanted to talk about is the fantasy stuff. Okay, I did speak with ESPN, and like I said, I'm the commissioner in my league, and I did have an issue with the seating because it wasn't fair, and I want to make sure that I'm fair. You play in my fantasy league, I have different rules. And like I said, I can makes it, I try to make everything easier for the people in my fantasy league. So what I do is I try to expand the rosters a little bit more so you don't have to worry about trying to fish around on the waiver wire. The worst team you get to pick first in the waiver. Also, you can keep a few more people because like right now I have three potential open spots that's coming. So if you want to join my fantasy league, just get in touch with me, and I'll definitely try to get you in, no matter what. My thing was with the playoff bracket, and like I said, the standings is pretty clear because my old supervisor, he beat me twice. So he actually is the number one team in the league. I'm not worried about that for right now because guess what? I got a feeling that me and him are going to see each other again for the third time. And like I said, you know what happens when, you got two teams, you play teams three times. They don't usually win that third time. But it's all in fun. And like I said, with our league, I try to make it open and, try to do a few extra things. Also, like I usually do, is try to switch around to try to keep it balanced. I try to switch around teams and put them in different divisions, every single year to try to make sure that, keeping it fair, keeping it, looking pretty decently, And I do make the schedule. I think I'm going to try to make the schedule a little bit earlier, but I got to see who's going to win the championship. And then, like I said, they will open up as the champion and probably playing a rematch of their Super Bowl victory or whoever. But anyway, fantasy-wise, I've been, doing pretty good. Actually, number 3 in one league and number 2 in the other. So, that ain't too bad. Fantasy-wise, I'm not that bad. So, I had to basically go out and beat the main team in my other fantasy league. And like I said, now I'm in the number 2 position, so it's all good. Trying to hold that first round bye down, and that makes a big difference. Excuse me, I'm still a little bit tired. All right, so what we're gonna do now, I'm just gonna go to the picks of the week, and let's see. Let's see if the voice actress lady will let us know about the picks of the week. Let's see.
And now it's time for Guru's Picks of the Week.
Thank you, voice actress lady. Really appreciate that. So, let's go to the picks of the week. Last week I did perfectly, like usual. Rob was 6-7. And I like I told him, I said most of these picks that he picked last week, Me and him was picking the same teams, but I think I kind of got him on one of the games where I think it was like the Saints game or something like that. I gotta think about it, figure it out. But anyway, he didn't do too bad. All right, this week's picks are coming from Caesar's Sportsbook. And like I said, I usually don't do advertisements or anything like that, but I'm actually a member with Caesar's Sportsbook, and didn't do too bad. All right, now this week you only have 2 teams on bye. Next week is going to be really, really tough because you got Atlanta. Okay, this is next week. You got Atlanta, Chicago, Green Bay, Indianapolis, New Orleans, and Washington all on byes in week 14. And guess what? My fantasy playoff starts next week, so it's going to be a run. What I usually do is just try to have that, week 13 is probably going to be the last game, and then the first round of playoffs usually start in week 14, and then it goes through week 16, I think, and then you get 17 and 18 off or something like that. So, anyway, all week I've been hearing that, there's going to be a lot of good games. There's going to be a lot of good games. Guess what? Yeah, it is. But you might have some teams that might probably fall off or whatever. But like I said, here's the matchups. You got San Francisco and Miami, Kansas City, Cincinnati. You got Tennessee, Philly, Washington and New York Giants. Cleveland and Houston. We know that, that guy's coming back. So let's get the picks of the week. First off, we're going to go with Tennessee and Philadelphia. Philadelphia is a 4.5-point favorite. I actually did get a chance to play a little bit of this game. I actually played, this is the A.J. Brown revenge game, and I got him at 5.5 receiving receptions. 5.5 receptions. I should be okay. Okay, excuse me. I had to cover up because I don't want you guys to hear me in the background. All right, so Philadelphia is a 4.5-point favorite. I'm actually going to go with Tennessee in this one. I'm sorry, Philadelphia. I'm going with Tennessee. I think Tennessee, how are they going to tackle Derrick Henry? That's the question. All right, so New York Jets are going into Minnesota. Minnesota's a 3-point favorite. I like the Jets, and I'm going to go with the New York Jets to beat Minnesota. All right. Next game is a pick'em between Pittsburgh and Atlanta. I'm going to go with Atlanta in this one because Pittsburgh is okay, but Atlanta's been, they're at home and they are, kind of in the playoff position, even though that they're in that worst NFC South. That looks a mess. It looks more like a mess than the West. Oh my God. I was just sitting up here looking at Dabo Sweeney hollering at one of his players or whatever. So, I don't know. Like I said, Dabo Sweeney is just a weirdo. I just really don't understand this guy or whatever. And then he's hollering at somebody. I would, holler at my kid, you're going to be in trouble. Anyway, where was I at? All right, Pittsburgh and Atlanta. I'm going to go with Atlanta. Washington is 2.5 minus 2 favorite over New York Giants. And I think before I go on, I want to say that Dabo Swinney was hollering at his player because it looks like he crossed the goal line and dropped the football right at the goal line. But he actually did cross the goal line with the ball, and then he dropped it. So good for the young man, Nate Wiggins. That's his name. He's a sophomore linebacker or whatever, defensive back or whatever. All right, so Washington's 2-point favorite over New York Giants. I'm going to go with the New York Giants in this one. So I'm taking the Giants in the upset. And we got to see now. Now, this is going to be very, very interesting because if the Giants lose this, we just all know that this was a fluke season for them. All right, so it's going to be tough. All right, next game up on the docket. Baltimore is at home. They're playing Denver. Baltimore is a 9.5-point favorite. Definitely going to go with Baltimore because Denver's season is over. And another thing I wanted to mention about this game is that, Denver is not that good. Anyway. All right, Cleveland and Houston. Cleveland's an 8-point favorite. I did take a prop bet on this one. I took a bet of Nick Chubb, my favorite player in the NFL. Nick Chubb going over 94 yards. I think he's going to get there at 94 yards. I think Cleveland's going to win that game because, like I said, Houston is not good at all. So the only thing they can beat is probably a drum. Jacksonville is actually in Detroit. Detroit always have a 1 o'clock. They have a 1 o'clock game every single week. So Jacksonville is going there. I'm definitely going to go with my Jaguars. I got kind of faith in them right now because they look pretty good. Hopefully Travis Etienne is going to be back as well. So I'm definitely going to go with Jacksonville. Green Bay is a 4.5-point favorite. They're going into Chicago. Aaron Rodgers owns them, remember. I'm going to go with Green Bay in that case. I don't know if I'm, but I think I am going to win that anyway, so we'll go with that. 4 o'clock games. Kansas City is a 2-point favorite over Cincinnati in Cincinnati. That's going to be pretty tough. I got to go with, definitely got to go with Kansas City. I like Cincinnati, but, got to go with KC. All right. So we got the Minnesota and San Francisco game. San Francisco is a 4.5-point, or San Francisco is a 4.5-point favorite, I was going to say. Definitely have to go with Miami in this game. I'm going to go with Miami. Give me the points. I'm going with them. Okay, Seattle is a 7-point favorite over the Los Angeles Rams. Rams are trash, toast, and no good. So I'm definitely going to go with Seattle. All right. Los Angeles Chargers are playing the Las Vegas Raiders. Raiders looked good last week, didn't they? Hey, my boys are coming back. I'm going to go with the Raiders in this one. And believe me, I love the Raiders. That running game is very, very special. So I'm going to go with them. All right. The Sunday night game is Dallas. They're a 10.5-point favorite over Indianapolis. I don't like Indianapolis at all, so I'm going to go with Dallas. All right. The Monday night game is New Orleans at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is a 3.5-point favorite. Jeez. I'm going to go with Tampa Bay. Hate to do it, but I'm going to go with Tampa Bay. Anyway. All right, so we're basically done. So, like I did mention before, that Guru Clause is gonna be here on the 24th, and the year in review is gonna go on the 31st. I'm gonna be doing a lot of searching because I want to make sure that I go through this thing and try to, get some of the biggest moments of this year. And one of the low point of this year, I have to point out, is that I have to bring you the a little bit of a story of, mention Cousin Aaron, and every time I think about that, it just kind of makes me upset. But give me a second. Give me 1 second. Kind of get choked up every time I talk about Cousin Aaron, especially now when it's holiday season, and we're getting ready to get into holidays and all. Man. Anyway, year review is coming up, and we're definitely going to do that in a couple weeks. So, a couple weeks or so. All right, I tell you what, we're going to go to the particulars. Like I said, I really appreciate you listening, and thank you for our new listeners. My man Ted, dropped something on the floor. Anyway, my man Ted up in New York, we appreciate you. Did see a couple other new people that follow me on Twitter and everything. You can follow me on Twitter at Go39. The show podcast Twitter is Mac GTS _ BB39. So, like I said, follow us on all the social medias. YouTube, I'm at the Guru Sports Show. Guru's Daily Shorts on Facebook. IG is Guru Talkin Sports _ podcast. You can Gmail me at gurusdailyshorts@gmail.com. And like I mentioned, my Twitter is, those ones that I gave you. Spreaker is the main vessel that we come out of. Spotify, Podchasers, iTunes, iHeartRadio. Like I said, I want to mention big props to Mary Mack, the Mary Mack Show on Grief. My man Jeff Duarte at Cali Sports News. The young GM, Curtis, and his grandson Jarrett. I'm definitely going to have to try to hook up with them next weekend. I'm sorry, but like I said, I am like kind of running fumes right now because I'm really, really sleepy. And, like I said, just been a very, very long day. Long day and long situation where I had to, it's been like one of those days. So I'm definitely going to try to hook up with you guys next weekend. I'm definitely going to call you guys and try to hook up with you guys next weekend. All right, so like I was mentioning before, my man Dave May Jr., I'm going to have to get him in here before he goes back to spring training and everything. I'm definitely going to have to hook up with him. We're going to have to talk some Raider football and, get his opinion on a few things for the upcoming baseball season because, like I said, it's always good to have him on, and he's the all-time leader in guest appearances on the podcast, and he's always welcome to come back here. Matter of fact, all the guests that I have are always welcome to come back anytime. Anytime you guys want to promote anything or do anything or say anything, you guys, no doubt. Rob, Dan, Dave May, Jeff Duarte, all you guys, I'll I'm trying to get Mary Mack on, definitely hopefully before the holidays. I can probably have her on. That'll probably be the 17th or so. Like I said, there was a whole lot of stuff going on. But I appreciate you guys listening and everything. The crew is Caden Guru, executive producer and board op. He's not here. He's probably out and working and everything. Ray Guru is our musical technical advisor. Dante Guru is our backup co-host and show contributor. Cousin Aaron, rest in peace. We always miss you. And voice actress lady, thank you for everything. And like I said, next week she should have the new drop for The Guru is Always Right. All right. Like I said, this has been a Black Goat production for Black Goat Sports. Copyright 2022. All rights reserved. We don't hate. We congratulate. We always create, and we don't steal from nobody. And like I said at the beginning, you listened to Jay Diller's Tommy and Kesh, and that song was called Kick Ass Beats. Use the hashtag Guru Talking Sports and big props. Appreciate you guys. Man, I can't believe I'm getting so sleepy. I mean, just like, just trying to nod out in here. But like I said, it's just trying to get through this. Follow me on Twitter, all the social medias, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. And like I said, everybody from Bella B, Jeff in Southland, my man Rick in Buffalo, I did speak with him. He had a great time. Charlie, Chris, Kate, Denise, Jeff, Keith, Al, Kareem, Jamie Dorsey, Mike Fox, Daryl, my cousin Dame, my Uncle Gary. Appreciate you guys for always listening. Appreciate you guys. My man Cousin Aaron, his friends, Anya Myers, Vernon Myers, Miss Ann, Alicia, Ashley Holt, Sheila Brooks. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate everybody. Like I said, my man Jason, my man Ted up in New York. Appreciate you guys. There are so many people. The D aliens, I appreciate you guys. My man Rob, appreciate you coming on, and I'm glad to have you come in here, my homie. He's my homie now. Even though that the Michigan beat up on my Ohio State, you still gotta give him credit where credit is due. All right, guys, I gotta get out of here because I'm about ready to fall asleep, and I don't know why. I know why. It was because it was like a long, long day. But anyway, you guys take care of yourself. We'll be back next week with episode 144 of the Guru Talking Sports podcast. If I didn't remember anything or if I forgot anything, I'm sorry. See, I'm getting really, really sleepy. I gotta go take a nap. It's like really, really crazy. But anyway, you guys, love you guys. You take care of yourself. We'll be back next week. And remember, the Guru will see you real soon. We're going to leave a moment of silence always for my cousin Aaron. And we'll see you next week. Here we go.